Let's talk about what every YouTube content creator wants. They want successful channels, right? They want to build up an audience, they want to have notoriety, they want to have success, they want to maybe earn some money using YouTube as a platform. And ultimately, I think most of them really like the idea of eventually getting to the point where they can get a YouTube play button, right? Now, is every content creator going to do that? Is every content creator going to get that? No, they're not. But today, we're going to make it so that one YouTube content creator gets a custom YouTube play button. That's right, it's time for the 2023 Woodworking YouTubers Secret Santa gift exchange. So myself and 6 other woodworking YouTubers got together and we put our names into a hat, had a computer draw the names, and we drew 2 Elm builds. Now, 2 Elm builds is a great content creator. I'll make sure to put a link down in the description both to his build video and his reaction to my gift for him, as well as all of the other creators, including who I'm eventually going to get a gift from, whoever that may be. So let's get started on making this play button for him. I think you're going to love the journey that it takes. First thing we have to decide, what kind of wood are we going to use? What I chose is a fellow coworker of mine who also does woodworking had some leftover pieces of rough sawn eastern red cedar. Some of you might know it as juniper. It's a really great wood. It's got a lot of great color, a lot of great character, and I thought it would be perfect for this build. Now, I don't have a jointer, so I couldn't flatten one side, but they weren't really warped or cupped or anything, so I just went ahead and ran them through the planer. And then after that, we had to rip two good edges on it. So I ran it through the table saw, got one clean edge on it, then flipped it around and ripped it to the eventual width that I wanted. Doing that little process, I discovered that one thing that I absolutely am going to need is a straight line rip jig. So if you're interested in that content, make sure you put a message down in the comments and let me know that you'd like to see a build video like that, and maybe we'll put one together. When you cut cedar, you gotta love the aroma. You gotta take just a second and take it in, because it does smell oh so good. Oh, that smell of fresh cut cedar. So nice. Then it was time to glue up the panel. While we're gluing up the panel, I'd like to take this opportunity to just ask you, if you are enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the videos that I put up, then make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your notification bell so that you get notified every time I put new content up on the channel. So we got the panel into the clamps, got it all glued up, set it off to the side, and while we did that, it was time to actually cut out YouTube play button that's going to go on the plaque. Now, this was perfect. 2 Elm Builds is a laser CNC router kind of a channel, so I wanted to use the new laser engraver to build his project. So went ahead and got it laid out in Lightburn and then ran the process. And while we ran the process, we did run into a little bit of a hiccup. The laser itself was a little bit too low maybe, and it grabbed the piece of wood and moved it. And if you look real close, you can see where the cut lines definitely got off on the original piece. But we ran it through a second time on a different piece, and it worked out just fine. So second time's a charm, right? Once we got that all cut up, it was time for the plaque to come out of the clamps. Once we got them out of the clamps, then it was time to run them through the planer again. This time was not to finish the surfaces, but it kind of was. It was to get it to an exact thickness, somewhere close to a ½ an inch. So we did that, got it all squared away, took it out of the planer, and wanted to find the best section of this glue up that I could use for the plaque. I made it oversized on purpose. That way I could have some flexibility in where the plaque actually came out of. And I found a spot where the grain was in pretty good condition. There were no oversized knots or anything like that. And we got ourselves a nice looking plaque. Cut out that section, and then we were ready to go. If you like the content that we put out here and you want to help support the channel so that we can do future projects like this, woodworking, Secret Santa type stuff, gift exchanges, things like that, or even just new things that we can create in the shop, then maybe consider being a patron over on Patreon. I'll leave a link for that down in the description. No pressure. If you're led to do so, it is much appreciated. Or you can just like and subscribe, and that'll be plenty as well. After we got it out of the track saw, time to sand. So I didn't want to go too far with the sanding right now, because this isn't the finished sanding. This is to just get everything, like the glue lines, get them all blended in and such. Got it sanded down to about 120 grit. gave it a nice smooth finish, and then it was back to the laser engraver. Now the laser engraver, we used it this time to actually put the inscription on the plaque. And I think the inscription turned out great, with the exception of one little thing, and that is when it came to Two Elms' logo, it didn't engrave as deeply or darkly as I thought it would, and so instead I used a wood burner, a handheld wood burner, and I accentuated the lines of their logo just to make it pop a little bit more, and I think that turned out really nice. After that, it was time to apply the button. When I did the laser engraving, I also had it put an outline on the plaque itself so that I knew where the button was supposed to go, and then it was just a matter of dabbing some super glue around it and getting that button placed right square, right where we want it to be. After that, a little bit of finish. The finish that I chose for this was just a spray-on lacquer. You guys know me, I'm mostly a polyurethane and spray-on lacquer kind of a guy, and that seemed to work really well. It really brought out the color of the Eastern cedar and made it look fantastic. And as you can see, this thing turned out really nice. So we got it all boxed up, sent off to Two Elm Builds, and I hope that he absolutely loves it. If you want to check out his unboxing video, make sure you hit the playlist down below and go check out that video. Now normally in the Secret Santa exchanges, we would open a gift now ourselves. Unfortunately, today is the day that these videos are supposed to release, and it's Christmas time, and the shippers are overwhelmed and understaffed, and my play button isn't here, which is unfortunate. I know who my gift was supposed to come from through process of elimination, but these things happen. And so what I'm going to do is, once my gift gets here, I am going to do a short on it and put it out on the channel. But it was supposed to come from Mighty Sawdust. It is currently in transit. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. UPS did not get it here in time, and here it is now closing in on noon on Saturday the 23rd, and it's still not here. So in order to get the video out on time, I wanted to go ahead and just close this out, and we'll go from there. Again, I'm sure that Two Elm Builds is going to love their gift. I'm sure that Mighty Sawdust did a great job on the one that they were sending to me, and once I receive it, I will bring you all in to share that joy and excitement as well. But thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure that you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you think I've earned it. If you're thinking about helping to support the channel, you can always do that through Patreon. The links for those will be down in the description below. Merry Christmas, one and all. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And as always, thanks for watching.